Hey there, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. For more original content, you can always go to valhallaoutfitter.com, and our store is now open, so check it out at shop.valhallaoutfitter.com. We really appreciate it. Got a new box today, so this will be just a quick unboxing video, give you initial impressions. This is a model that has been discontinued, the X-Bolt Pro. They recently released, maybe it shot, the X-Bolt 2. I'm not sure what the improvements are. I think all new X-Bolt Pros have an adjustable comb, which this one does not. The good news is, though, that means if you are in the market for something, you might be able to pick one of these up on clearance, which I did. This is the X-Bolt Pro Tungsten in 6.5 PRC. I wanted a PRC to add to the stable to augment my Creedmoor for a little bit flatter shooting at longer ranges and a little more velocity on impact for long distance hunting, combined with the weight. This has a carbon fiber stock, and that carbon fiber stock means that the whole package weighs 6.2 pounds. I was also looking at a Tikka, which I have one I like a lot, the Seekins Havoc Aero Precision Hunter. They had a pretty deep discount on those. I also was looking at another Benelli. That Lupo comes in at about 7 pounds. But I always wanted to shoot the buckmark. I've never owned a Browning. I thought this would be a good opportunity to get into one, and while doing so, it was on clearance. So if I hate the thing, I got into it at a good enough price I won't get hit if I move it on down the trail. Opening up the box, you get the manual. You get your receipt from whoever you buy it from. You get your bolt. Now this bolt, I believe, is cerakoted and fluted. It's a 3-lug design, and it is milled from a single piece of bar stock. It is not overly heavy. And here is the bolt handle, slightly oversized and fluted as well. Gun lock, everybody's favorite. You do get a thread protector. It does come with a muzzle brake. It is not the recoil hog that comes on the X-Bolt Pro Carbon. This is more of a simple omnidirectional muzzle brake that you can use if you want at the range. This is a sporter contoured fluted barrel. And I had read some reviews, and I don't know if it's an earlier model or not, but that this barrel is penciled enough that it is not recommended to have a suppressor, which might kind of be a pain. Magazine is polymer. Fit and finish on the magazine is excellent. The carbon fiber stock is unbelievably light. It puts the balance of this gun right around just in front of the breech. The gun is incredibly light. 6.2 pounds. I don't know if I could get much lighter for what I'm trying to do. This is going to be a mountain rig. This is my West Texas Aoudad rig. Probably either going to put my VX5 HD on here, or I've got the LHT 4-22. It should maybe be arriving today, which you'll be able to see in a separate video. Let's see what this thing's all about. Bolt action is smooth. Slight bit of play in the bolt when it's out of battery. It feels nice, nicely machined and well made. I think my Tikka might be a little smoother, but this is pretty stinking close. It does have the feather trigger, which is like a 3-lever design, so there should be no creep and no over travel. The safety is a 2-position Tang safety, but it does have the bolt release. So when I am on safe, the bolt is locked in position, so there's no chance that you're going to catch it on a tree or open your bolt while you're walking. But if you want to unload in a safe fashion, it does have the bolt release button on top, which allows you to open the bolt. Let's see if I'm doing this right. there you go. You can open the bolt and unload the weapon while you're on safe. Classic X-Bolt scope ring mounting. Downside is that means you've got to buy the proprietary rings. Excuse me, Tally makes some and they're not overly expensive, so I don't feel like I'm getting soaked too much there. And then the bolt catch release mechanism is on the left, which is similar to the Tika or the Benelli Lupo. The one slam that you get on this thing, it's crazy. It almost feels like you're holding air up to your cheek. It does not have an adjustable comb, which I would have liked. It does have an adjustable trigger. I think it's advertised from 3 to 5 pounds. I'll put a trigger scale on here, and then I learned one hack from somebody online, and I also have the M-Carbo trigger spring, which will allow me to lower this below 3 pounds, but I think it's adjustable from 3 to 5-ish, something a little bit heavy for my taste, but let's see how it is. Doesn't feel that bad to me, actually, due to the fact that there is zero take-up. It's a little heavier than I would like, but the thing is so crisp, I might actually be able to live with it. I'll move this camera up so you can get an idea of what fit and finish on this thing look like. Then we'll get a scope on here. We'll put the trigger scale on here, talk you through that. But this is like their flagship hunting line, except maybe the Mountain Pro. Unbelievable how light this stock is and how rigid it is. It is a exceptionally well-made gun. I got a little schmutz on here from the packaging. But top-of-the-line Browning, it's what you would expect, right? I mean, it should be top flight. Let's zoom in and show you what it looks like up close. Again, you can get these on a pretty good deal right now due to that new model coming out. I think I'm going to be very pleased with this, and it's going to give me many years of service. It does have the Inflex recoil pad, typical. That might be a little heavy for me. We'll play with it in a separate video and see if that hack works. We'll test it out. And if we have to put the M-Carbo in there, we will. There's that oversized bolt handle. Gold-plated feather trigger system. Feather, I think they call it. Here is that magazine release. Smooth as butter, totally silent. Sits totally flush. Here's that pattern on that carbon fiber. You can pick it up. It's kind of understated. You have to look for it a little bit. You get a semi-pistol grip, I'd call this. And this has some stippling or some texturization. It also has the same here on the fore. You do have a standard sling stud. You only have one though. I think the X-Bolt Pro Carbon has a pick rail here. So if you want to mount a tripod, and that might come in handy for distant shots. Here you can see that fluting on the barrel. The whole thing is cerakoted. Action is smooth. Type of fit and finish quality that you would expect from Browning, particularly from one of their highest model, priced models in the stable. And again, you can get these on clearance right now because the new ones are coming out. Overall, just the machining, the finish feels really good on the gun. One of my X's popped out here. I don't know where that thing went. As you would expect, I mean, they market this as a semi-custom rifle, which is like the idea is that you get a custom rifle, or you get a factory rifle that has some custom finishes, so the price point doesn't get you all the way up into the $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and up. These retail for around $2,000, but because this is discontinued, you can get it cheaper. I was kind of grousing about the fact that I don't have an adjustable comb, and I really don't like putting those little cheek risers on, although I do if I have to. That Tika with the sight mark Wraith, I need to use one. But the way that this thing shoulders, that when I'm on my cheek, like with my Henry or some of my other guns, when I'm on the natural cheek weld, my eye is just over the axis of the bore. And on this one, it feels like I'm high enough that when I have a scope on here with medium or low rings, I'm probably going to be okay. I'm going to figure out what this crap is here on the barrel. It looks like maybe it's just some styrofoam dust that's worn off on here. But we'll do a video on the trigger, and then we'll put this thing through its paces and let you know what we think. But out of the box, if you're looking for a lightweight mountain rifle that can get the job done, these come in multiple chamberings. I don't think you'd be disappointed. If the X-Bolt 2 is an improvement on this, I think they'll be even better. But if you're willing to live without those new improvements that they've just put into that X-Bolt 2, finding one of these on a deep discount, I think you'd be very, very happy. That's it for now. We'll do a little work on this trigger and see what we think. Thanks for tuning in. Hope this helped you guys a little bit. Browning X-Bolt Pro Tungsten. The tungsten refers to the tone of the cerakote that's on this stainless barrel. Supposedly they just knock some of the shine off it, so it's a little bit more subtle, a little bit easier to camouflage. These do come in a few different flavors and varieties. So, you know, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I try to answer everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Out of the box, first impressions are good. Excellent fit and finish. I'm not totally sure about how I feel about this trigger yet, but we'll do a video after we monkey with it and let you know. Thank you so much. Bye.